AMC stock jumped 15% today. This is huge. This is very, very good for the stock and for the outlook, especially when we are, 2 days before or 3 days before the earnings results for 2020, which will happen on February 25th. So in this video, I'm going to cover why and the reason behind, the jump of today, and actually what does it mean for the next days to come, and especially the earnings for AMC stock. So let's get into it, guys. As we can see here, AMC closed at 655, with a total of 15.32% for the day, and that was a pretty good session for AMC, with the volume spiking here. You can see here from 3.5 million here at 636, and then 4.3 million at 660, and we closed pretty good at 667. And then the interesting thing is after hours. So after hours, you can see here, guys, that after hours we jumped to 716. I think we even went high to 719, and right now at the time I'm recording this video, we are here around 678. Now, actually, what is the reason behind this jump? So this is something, first of all, the jump is across the board, when it comes to theaters, movie theater stock. So we can see here, Cinemark also jumped 6.32% of the day. Very interesting session as well, but not as a huge volume as we saw on AMC. And then same here with IMAX Corp. IMAX, the screen operator or producer. Same here. Volume was not as huge as we saw on AMC, but very interesting trading session as well for IMAX, 5.59%. So overall across all the movie theater stocks, this was a good day. And the actual reason behind it is because this article came up February 22 around 5:15 p.m. Eastern time. So basically, New York City is now allowed to reopen at 25% capacity with precautions, says the Governor Cuomo. Now, this is very interesting, not only for AMC specifically, but for the whole sector and for the rest of the country. Because, New York, Governor Cuomo was one of the governors that was really, cautious, very, very cautious in terms of, lockdowns, in terms of making sure that people are kept safe, when it comes to protecting them from getting, the COVID exposure too. So the fact that New York governor is now allowing theaters to reopen even at 25% capacity, this is a huge news for the whole sector, because it means those other states across the US where the quarantine restrictions were not as tough as it was or as it is in New York, like Texas, to name just that one. It means other theaters across the US will start reopening more and more. And then AMC already commented, that they're going to open, I think, 15 theaters in New York. Yeah, after Cuomo's announcement, AMC said it will reopen all of its 13 theaters in New York City, from March 15. Now, the theater chain Cinemark didn't immediately respond to the request, for comment, but this is something I guess they will, either later today or tomorrow or the coming days, we can expect to have Cinemark response following Governor Cuomo response in theaters allowed to be reopening in New York. Now, as I said, this will be a very, very big catalyst for, not only AMC, but all the sector in general. But what does it mean for AMC specifically? Now, keep in mind that AMC is the biggest movie theater operator in the US. The fact that we have this huge volume, right here, right before the closing, 4.3 million at 2:15 Central Time, and then here 3.5, really around 245, that's where the volume really peaked, and we closed at a pretty high here at 15%, as I mentioned earlier at the beginning of this video. So this will be something to definitely monitor and look closely, because the fact that there is that volume at the end of the trading session, tomorrow pre-market session will give us a pretty good idea of what it means for tomorrow's trading session. Now, the fact that a lot of people bought and held or are currently holding AMC since the whole Reddit Wall Street bet thing with the short squeeze scenario, I'm guessing more and more people, even more and more institutions, will maybe start to get in, as we saw earlier with Vanguard or even BlackRock, even though we are not sure if the ownership they disclosed with their Section 13G is still up to date and is still the reality as of we speak. But I will not be surprised to see more institutions coming, more and more people as the price go up. They will maybe start to average up those who are sitting maybe on 500 shares, maybe on 100 shares, as the price jumps. But definitely, this was a very good play in terms of the post-COVID recovery era. As more and more vaccines are coming out, Johnson & Johnson is one that will be definitely be allowed to get the authorization in the US soil and in other countries across the globe. So as more people get vaccinated, as less and less people get infected and hospitalized, I really see as we go into the warmer temperatures, the summertime, AMC definitely getting benefits of all those parameters, all those drivers, all those catalysts in order to start trading higher and higher. So that being said, I really think AMC will be now, depending on the earnings on February 25th, I mentioned that on my video that I posted on Sunday. If you haven't watched that, guys, I really recommend you to go and watch, because depending on how, the results, for 2020 will be released and will either go further the expectations or be a surprise for the market, that will definitely be another catalyst. But it will be interesting to see how it may push upper, the price, or even downwards in case the results are worse than what the market is expecting. So definitely something to look out for. And I'm still holding my shares, guys. I'm still holding my shares. And if you can afford to, I will also recommend you to hold, because I really think that this is an uptrend, especially after we saw a big consolidation here. If you look at the 1 month chart, you can see a big consolidation here, around 565, 555. And then from here, we can definitely expect things to kind of, lift up a little bit depending on the recent news that I just shared with you guys. So let me know, guys, in the comment section what you guys are still doing regarding AMC stock and your current shares. All right. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers. Bye.